I've been trying to figure it all out, make moves. This is not checkers, this chess. Make the right reads, can't make the wrong bet. Cause life a little complex. Every problem and every issue. Lose it all, come back, make a boss move. Yeah, life's a little complex. Yeah, yeah.
Welcome to another episode of A Family Affair, the podcast.
Indeed. Yes.
Cheers, guys.
Jeeters, drop the check.
That was good.
Once again, it's on.
It is on. So how we starting?
You the host.
Am I? Okay.
You didn't know that?
My bad. My bad. I didn't know I was the host, y'all. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you the host.
All right, no, today's topic and discussion is brought to you by a bunch of our sponsors.
I'm the host now. No.
I am the captain now. God.
It's brought to you by our sponsors. You have Flourish, the Abundance brand.
Gallery de la
Guru.
Family First and Ambassador brand.
Family First, the Ambassador brand, because nobody want to speak up. That's cool.
My bad, excuse me. Soul Survivor, you know what I'm saying? The Ambassador brand.
Big facts.
I had the last ambassador on Instagram. Follow me, I'll follow back, and then I'll unfollow shortly thereafter.
It's a dirty game.
That's facts.
Dirty game.
Man.
You got the Tattoo Guru on Instagram.
Yes,
at
indeed.
the
one
not
and
the.
only. Grandmaster Guru.
That's right.
The one and only.
And I am Master Flourish. Apparently, I'm your host. So, without further ado, we're going to get right into it and let y'all know that piggybacking off of what we was talking about last time, which was the law of attraction. If you didn't catch that episode, make sure you go back and catch that episode. Make sure you hit that bell button so you can subscribe and see all the episodes that come up on our YouTube channel. And so you can stay up to date with the latest news and the latest controversial topics that we come up with right there. We're going to be talking about protecting your peace. It's vital to your success.
Very important.
It's a single person job, too.
Talk about it. Go on, get right into it. Don't even run them around the block.
Come on, Hoodie Jones.
Give them the straightaway to protecting your peace. How do you do that? Let's go, Hoodie.
It's going to be a common denominator with every topic that we have. This is your job and your job alone. Your mama ain't going to do it for you. Your daddy's not going to do it for you. Nobody's going to pursue your happiness for you. Nobody's going to protect your peace for you. Much like how nobody's going to wipe your ass for you. If you want to protect your peace, it starts with your desire. Not being motivated to do it, not being dedicated to doing it, maintaining a desire on an everyday basis. That's the utmost, it's the only requirement. Much like eating, drinking water, going to sleep. You have to do it on a daily basis in order to maintain.
Facts.
Right? Let's not think of things that we don't do subconsciously as tasks or as a challenge or I gotta try to do it. Wake up in the morning. I'm gonna protect my peace today. You know what I'm saying? Make the fucking choice every single time.
Yeah.
Cause you the only motherfucker that's gonna do it anyway. I could love you to death. I can't help you protect your peace. I can't talk you into protecting your peace.
Facts.
Not at all.
That's facts. Definitely a conscious decision.
For sure.
Yeah, it's got to be important to you for sure. So, I'm going to ask both of y'all.
Okay.
What's ways that you decide, like when you decide that you're going to protect your peace, what are things that you will do to protect your peace? And a lot of people, I'm gonna go a little bit before I let y'all talk. I'm going to jump in front
For sure.
because a lot of people talk about protecting peace, but they're afraid to offend certain people in their lives. And when you're afraid to offend certain people, then you allow them to infringe on your peace. And so it's certain people who dare rave up and down about, you know, I protect my peace, I don't let nobody, but then they'll let their mama run all over them and fuck their peace up, or let their kids run all over them and fuck their peace up. You know what I'm talking about? So it's a level of protecting your peace. Like, how dedicated are you to feeling good on the inside? And this
How you
this
feeling?
this is gonna go back into the shit that we talked about last episode, but most shit is gonna go back into the shit that we talked about last episode, because the law of attraction is the shit, that's the law.
Right.
So protecting your peace is all about being willing to protect your peace, because a lot of motherfuckers is not willing to shut somebody down that's disturbing their peace. Like, people look at me funny. My phone will ring and it'll be my mama. And if I ain't got it at that moment, then I can't talk to my mama at that moment.
Right.
Because I already know what she got going on. She called and she a typical mom.
Yep.
She ain't coming with the positivity all the time. She ain't coming with the goodness. I'm usually having to help her, you know, peel her off the wall, so to speak.
Right, for sure.
And if I'm in a shaky space, if I ain't feeling that great, then I can't even do that, because I gotta protect what little piece I got left, even from my mama. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Now, if it's an emergency, she got the code. She know what to do if it's an emergency.
Yeah.
She really need to talk to me. But even at that point, you know, I'm reluctant, because I got to still be straight, you know? And you got to remember that you got to still be straight. Everybody depend on you and want you to do shit and help them keep their peace and fix their problems and all of that. You got to be good in order to do that. And if you're not good, you ain't no good to nobody else.
For sure. You can't pour into anybody from an empty cup, bro.
You can try.
Start the truth.
Shit.
Now, as somebody that's a career protector, I'm very interested in like your perspective when it comes to
Very
protecting
true.
your peace, because you take the stance of, I'm going to protect people and assets physically
For sure.
all the time, and that within itself is energy distribution. You know what I'm saying? Like, protecting is your number one thing, and you do that shit to make money. So after
Facts.
you've drained yourself out, emptied your own fucking tank, and now your peace is in danger, as a protector, what's your natural reaction to that?
My natural reaction is always going to be just, you know, like you guys said, it's intentional. Like, I have to make sure that once I get off a job or before I go into a job, I take minutes in my car. Like, I might not get out the car for, I don't know how long, maybe an hour for real. And I'll just sit there, I'll listen to music, or I might sit there in silence and just be like, okay, let me reset real quick. For not for anybody else, it's for me, you know, because I don't want to bring that energy that I had from that high intensity job to my peaceful space, which may be my house at the time, and maybe I don't know, I might be doing something as simple as going to the store, but I don't want to go off on nobody, you know. So yeah, it's just intentional. I think the thing that people have to realize is, if you do everything you want in your life with intention, then it becomes like that habit forms, and like you'll be intentional but unintentionally, if that makes sense.
You seek it out. You seek out your serenity.
And so like for me, just like people always say, like, if you have a girl, right, you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna protect you no matter what. But let some shit pop off. Let's see who really gonna protect that person no matter what, right? So it's like that though. Like, it's a mindset. It's like, no matter what, like, I already have it set in my head that nothing is gonna get past this point. And it's the same thing I do with my job. Like, nothing's gonna get past whatever parameters we set in security. But in my life, it's like, no, nothing's gonna get past this time that I set aside in my calendar for myself, for me to be with myself and just enjoy being alive, like enjoy existing on this earth.
You ever get vilified for that?
Oh, all the time.
How you deal with that? Because that's really what a lot of people are up against. Because when you have it in your mind that I'm gonna protect my peace, I'm gonna set this time aside for me, and I ain't letting nobody fuck with it, then the people who feel like they should be able to fuck with it,
Yeah.
then they'll make you feel like you wrong for protecting yourself. How do you deal with that?
I set boundaries. I have standards, and I restrict my boundaries with the people that I'm around, man. Like, the people that I allow into my circle to even feel like they have that access. Like, it may be, I might have 4 people in this entire world.
Okay.
that should even have an idea that they can that they can enter that space at that time. Yeah. It may be 4 people, like maybe 5. We'll say 5 just in case. But yeah, man, like you have to set those boundaries. You have to let people know, like, you don't have 24/7 access to me. Like, I tell people right now, like, if you call me at a certain time, like, I'm not gonna answer your phone call. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Business hours.
I may not be busy in your standards, but for me, I'm busy. Like, for me, in my calendar is my boss. So, like, I have my self-care time that's in my calendar. Shit, me just sitting there meditating is in my calendar. Like, it's a meeting with myself. So I might be like, oh, I'm going to a meeting, and you might be like, damn, this nigga always in meetings. But no, it's a meeting with myself.
Mirror.
Like, that's the most important meeting, if I do say so myself.
The mirror with itself. Yeah, that's good practice.
No meeting is any less important than the next on some real shit.
For sure.
Really.
Shit. One could argue that a meeting with yourself is more important than any of the other motherfucking meetings you could ever have.
Absolutely.
That's the person you gotta be most honest with.
For real.
Real shit.
Peace seekers.
Yeah, man. It goes down to actually, I learned a lot of this from y'all because it goes down to not caring what other people think about what you're doing with your life. Mm-hmm. And that took me a minute to figure out. Yeah, we don't get into that later. That goes back to Army shit. But
that's the thing. Like I was saying, it's all of this shit go back to the law of attraction. Just like what you said about getting yourself in the right mental space before you do things. That's getting aligned. That's making sure that you in your best, you at your best. And anything that you come across when you at your best is gonna be the best. That's why when we do shit, it seems like the world is just, it'd be like a movie all the time. Like we say that shit, like people say that shit in songs and shit like that.
Yeah.
They don't really be telling the truth. Like it really be like a movie. Like shit be happening, elevator doors open and people come out of nowhere with different shit. And it's because we don't go out of here. This is the place to be unaligned.
Right.
If you're gonna be off, you want to be off inside headquarters with your loved ones because we don't allow. I can't be down around this motherfucker,
right?
Because he's gonna snatch me right up out that shit.
Yeah.
He not even doing like what I do with people. If somebody now, a lot of people call me because I'm a professional and I'm a silver line specialist. I find the silver lining in everything. I'm a peace bringer, and people call me. So what I'll do is I'll reach down for you. I'm not gonna stay down there.
Right.
I'm gonna reach down for you, but you got to come now. If you don't come now, then you can stay. Yep. I'll catch you on the next one. When I'm in here, he not reaching down and saying, you can stay. He reaching down and he grabbing me by whatever he can get a hold of and he's snatching me up out there.
Right.
And sometimes he say shit that dig deep at me. Like he know me and he'll say some shit like, nigga, you need to do this different. This is you. You gotta. And that's the shit that a lot of people don't have. And so while we here, we can be unaligned because but before we go out them doors,
right,
we be right.
For
and
sure.
once we get outside, the world just open. I tell people all the time, I got the bubble around me. We got the bubble around us. So when we go out, the world do what we want it to do. We don't run into bullshit and deal with all that stupid shit. We don't. And the only time that we do is when we leave out this motherfucker off. That's when stupid shit be happening, like flat tires and hoe ass little stupid. And it still don't even be no bad shit, like real bad shit, but it be hoe ass little shit to nag you. But that's about it. But we always make sure that we are lined up and feeling right up here and then here before we go out in the world. And then we don't encounter a lot of bullshit. We just don't.
Both methods that y'all discussed are very proactive, very mentally prepare yourself and fortify yourself and be aware of yourself, and that's phenomenal. There are a lot of people that are not aware of themselves or proactive people. They're very reactionary people. So if you're not the type of person, or I'm not gonna say you're not the type of person because everybody can be, if you know that in your current state you have not been proactive in maintaining a peaceful mindset or state of being, then you have to understand how it is that you react to things that take you away from your peace. Your self-awareness still has to be something that you have to be conscious of. So and you're reactionary instead of being a proactive response, react to things in a way that gives you the opportunity to slide back into your peaceful state. Well, Hoodie Jones, what do you mean by that? Hoodie Jones is going to tell you. If I get into an altercation, a verbal altercation with someone, and they call me out of my name, right? My reaction is to cock back these 5 fingers and give you a closed-fisted slap, right?
Yeah.
That's reactionary. And why am I like that? Because where I'm from, where I'm conditioned to be, because I'm a black man in America, and motherfuckers are ready to take me out at any given time. I'm going to protect my body before I choose to protect my peace, right? But my body's not in danger. So instead of reacting with an action that is relative to protecting my body, I have to remember I'm protecting my peace. How do I respond? This person can vibrate their vocal cords and say whatever it is they want to say about me. I'll be whatever bitch you think I am. That shit means nothing to me. Nigga, I get money. My bitch is better than you, nigga. My whip is faster. My food is better. Better pizza, better ingredients, better hoes. Nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about it.
Nigga, I'm him, like, for real. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have any problem with remembering that I'm him, nigga.
People for that.
You know what I'm saying? And so, in a situation where I'm not mentally prepared, if nigga, I'm already not at peace for whatever reason, and I may be in a proactive state where I'm trying to fortify myself to be ready for it, the bullshit may hit you without your preparation. Gotta know how to react in those types of situations. Knowing how to react is knowing yourself, and knowing that if I get caught off guard, I'm still not going to do something that's going to set me back mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, your ability to protect your family, to protect your assets, to protect the things that you have in your physical existence. You lose that when you lose your your mental protection and your spiritual and emotional and shit like that. So understand that protecting your peace, we get it. You can't always do it in the heat of the moment because unexpected things happen. You can still be aware enough to know of your own triggers and how you would be, and understand that how I react to this could ultimately fuck all of that up.
No, facts. You bring up a really good point, bro, because what you were saying about how a lot of us are conditioned because we're black men in America, and like we've been conditioned a certain way because of where we're from, how we grew up, our environment, our culture, all that stuff, right? And so you bring up a good point because a lot of us are that reactionary and don't have the knowledge to be able to be like, oh, well, if this happens, I'm gonna breathe, or I'm gonna walk away from the situation, or I'm gonna laugh, and I'm gonna be like, okay, you do you, bro, like, or something like that. Like, we don't have the knowledge because we haven't been exposed to that. All we've been exposed to is, oh shit, somebody say something, I'm gonna fuck them up. Like, that's what's gonna happen.
Pure survival tactics.
And so there was a situation before a couple years ago. I was in that boat, and that's what made my mind switch because I almost wasn't able to tattoo no more. You was there.
Off of some, I wasn't there, but I was
how you gonna tattoo?
Off of
let
some
alone
reaction
finger
stuff.
a bitch in your hands,
Right. Being angry and like punching shit and all that, and that's what happened. But made me think about it. You actually made me think about it because you was like, we had talked. I think it was like a week after that, and you said something like, bro, your whole career could have been done. Like, you got lucky because like it didn't hit nothing vital, and you still have full motion in your hand, but like everything could have been done. And I'm just like, damn. Like, you're right. And that was my main source of income at the time. Like, I was in the shop every day.
Those hands, bro.
So, shit, I might not even be able to punch nobody for security right now, So, anyway.
You're not punching nobody. You got too many bullets to punch people.
That's fact.
that's called being proactive.
but it made me think, and like, that we've been through so many situations to where we have not been, like, we didn't know true happiness. Like it's been so many situations, probably most of our lives, that it was like, okay, I think I'm happy, and then you see something else and you be like, fuck, like maybe I wasn't happy back then, like, or whatever. And now I'm getting into the point to where I'm fully like not resisting the universe like we be talking about, and I'm happy. And it's like, shit, I'm scared. Like this is new territory for me.
And see that within itself. Like, you can't be scared. Scared of what?
Right.
If you're going downstream towards your goals, your life, your mental peace, all of that, whatever fluffy, shiny, beautiful bullshit that you're gonna collect along your journey. Being afraid of the fact that you at a peaceful pace. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not scary whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's true.
Shit is amazing.
being scared would be counterproductive. You know, I don't take you as a scared type anyway. So like why fear? You know, God son of a bitch. Oh, you sabotaging ass people out there. When shit's going good, motherfuck, don't seek out chaos because you think it has to be a part of the formula. If you are used to chaos, that's cool and all. I'm used to chaos to some extent. And then I moved to fucking California, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I took steps to literally change my life. You know, you are not defined by what you're conditioned to. You can change your nature. That's what makes you the apex species of this fucking planet. Is that you can change everything that you think and that you feel. You have the ability to reason. If you didn't have the ability to reason, you would be hunting in the grass like every other fucking creature on this planet.
It's facts.
But you can reason. So we make guns and cell phones, you know what I'm saying, and houses and toilets and shit.
For sure.
You are the top of the fucking food chain on this entire fucking planet. Rethink your shit. Everything doesn't have to suck, especially when it's going very fucking well.
Very true. Very true.
That's facts.
And that's why
Hoodie Jones said so.
Hoodie
Hoodie
Jones said
Jones.
so. You can not listen if you want to, but I wouldn't advise it. That go back to what we talked about when we first started with your mindset and how it go back to programming and conditioning, like he just said. A lot of people is that shit, old sayings. It's too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a bullshit saying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you really think about it, that's a bullshit ass saying.
For real.
Because why? You know what I'm saying? Like shit be good and it can be true. Like it's people out here who experience good shit and it's true.
Right.
But so what make a person go, oh, that's too good to be true? Because they feel like they can't have that type of shit. And they feel like they can't have that type of shit probably because they was raised by somebody who felt like they couldn't have that type of shit. And so they tell their kids, nah, don't do, my mama used to do that shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Main thing, my mama told me all the time, don't brag, don't be haughty, don't be boastful. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? This nigga hates when I downplay what I do and who I am and how I get down. He hates that shit. He gets he gets on me about it all the time. I was about to say some pause-worthy shit. See I caught myself. I would have overruled it, but good. But yeah, it's like you have to have it in your mind that you deserve all of that shit. It's good shit happening for people all over the world all the time. And if you feel like you don't deserve it, you're not ever gonna fucking get it.
That's facts.
You just not. Because that go into the subconscious mind. You could say you want all kind of shit, but if you don't really believe you can achieve it or have it or you deserve it, you're not ever gonna fucking get it. And that shit come from programming. You know, when like it's a meme that go around that say you can meet somebody and only know them for 2 weeks and they'll have better intention for you than somebody you know your whole life. That shit is true.
Facts.
It's good people out here that'll come across you and feel something in you or see something in you. You can remind them of a grandchild or whatever. And they go, you know what? I fuck with you. And they gonna help you without looking to tear you down or gain something off you. It's people out here like that. But the average person won't believe it because they've been programmed to believe that people always want something. It's nothing for free and all of that other shit. And it be like that sometimes. However, it's motherfuckers out here that bless people and love people just because they love people and they blessed and they want to keep their blessings going and they know the same shit that we know about having abundance and spilling your abundance on other people and then it gets spilled on you. So it's like, you know, it's just, it's mindset. You got to be able to break through the bullshit and understand that it's good out here for everybody. And if you really want to go deep, I'm going to stop talking for a minute and give y'all a chance to chime in. But if you really want to go into it, that's all you supposed to get is good. That's the way the motherfucking world is designed. You came here to experience good.
And the food does come out of the fucking ground. Like
You
you
can't.
just, like you don't have to do shit. The
You have
food
to
will
do
come
shit.
out of the ground.
That's right.
All you gotta do is pick it up. And go kill the animal. No, hey,
That's
sure
it.
glad
And
I'm a
they
human.
easy to kill.
They just
You
super
a human,
easy.
nigga. We smart. We got ingenuity and thumbs, nigga. You know what I'm talking about?
got
We got
thumbs.
thumbs, nigga. That's what put us at an advantage, nigga. We got thumbs.
Nigga, come on.
So we can do whatever we want to do. It's easy to kill animals. They not as smart and they don't think like we do, so we can kill them and eat. That's how it was designed. If you really look at the way the world worked, nigga, this shit was designed to run like a well-oiled machine. And people just fuck it up with they, you know.
And if you think for a moment that you're not worthy, like if Hoodie Jones woke up and said, Hoodie Jones, you don't deserve all this good ass shit, Hoodie Jones. Like, you know what Hoodie Jones would say to Hoodie Jones? Hoodie Jones would say, well, Hoodie Jones, you don't gain by deception. You don't hurt nobody to get what you want.
Right.
You don't act in a way that is, you know, you're not populating the earth with negativity, Hoodie Jones.
You a righteous individual.
Exactly. I wake up in the morning, I'm good to people. Hoodie Jones is good to people. Hoodie Jones gives good art to people. I serve people. Hoodie Jones serves people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
nigga, there's nothing on the path in front of me that is not upright and positive in nature. Even when I make mistakes because I'm a human, not because of the ill intent that I have behind my actions.
Right.
And even the people that you see prosper for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years off of their bullshit, it catches up. Those are the people that die from ass cancer and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be the motherfucker that's getting the disease that's eating your flesh, starting with your fucking asshole because you're
Right.
a dickhead your whole life. Nah, that's not everybody. Good people get ass cancer too. But nonetheless, it's consequences.
That's a whole nother podcast too.
That's consequences
Yeah.
of your bullshit. If you're not populating the earth with bullshit, then I challenge you to ask yourself, why do you think you're not worthy? What is it that you've truly done to someone else or to yourself that's either A, not forgivable, can't be undone, or can't be moved forward from, that will stop you from gaining better down the line?
Yeah, facts.
We have all lied to our parents, right?
Go. You about to say what I was going to say.
I'm about to say, like, we've all bullshitted somebody at some point in time. Somebody has given you grace because you don't deserve to sit around feeling like shit because you made a mistake. And no matter how many times you make that said mistake, motherfuckers want to give you grace. Even if your ass go to jail, if you get out, you got a chance to go forth and get some good shit out of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Like,
it depends on what you go to jail for.
and what you go to jail for. Right, exactly. I can murder somebody today. I might not ever want to do that shit again tomorrow. You know, type
Right.
shit. You can change your nature. What have you done that makes you unworthy? I don't deserve it. Why? Says Hoodie Jones. You know what I'm saying? Inquire within yourself. Be real. Be so fucking aware.
It's like that question that people ask you, like when they meet you and like say you, this is not dating advice. I'm telling you, no dating advice. I'm gonna put that shit at the bottom again. But
You don't do that lame ass shit.
But when people ask me all the time, like, what's the catch? Like, you seem like this great dude or whatever. I'm like, there's no catch. I just have standards for my
There's a
life.
catch. There's
Like-
a catch.
It's a motherfucking
There's-
catch.
I have
a
standards
catch.
for my life.
Let's normalize there being a fucking catch.
It's pushing it forward.
God damn it, it's a catch.
Okay, let's talk about
Yes,
it.
let's
Let's talk
talk
about
about
it.
that
Let's
shit.
talk about the catch.
It's a fucking catch. Because I can be the most wonderful motherfucker you know. Once I start feeling like I'm being taken for granted or unappreciated, I can withdraw my greatness. And as savvy as I am at making you feel good, I'm equally as savvy at making you feel like shit.
Yeah,
So it's a catch. You got to do me right.
yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta pay the
This
good
is
energy
you,
forward.
Listen, you got to do what you got to do to deserve how a motherfucker is treating. Because just like I said, there's good people out there. They'll come to you and want to do shit for you and want to see you come up and not have no hanging no strings over you and shit like that.
Right, for
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? You got to deserve that. You got to act in a fashion and you got to reciprocate. This nigga right here, This nigga looks out for me. I done looked out for him. He done looked out for me.
Facts.
We reciprocate.
Yep.
That's why it don't stop. Because we reciprocate. I care about how he feel. He care about how I feel. I make sure I maintain a certain integrity and uprightness and real nigginess. You know what I'm saying, with my dudes. And we afford that to each other. At any moment, when a motherfucker start acting weird or flaky and all of that shit, niggas withdraw.
Yeah.
Right?
Facts.
And it ain't nothing wrong with that. It's because the way you moving, now you don't really deserve all the great shit. So yeah, it's a catch like a motherfucker.
Facts.
The catch is your ass got to reciprocate. You got to be upstanding. And I don't expect everybody to do the shit I do. I used to get caught up in that a lot. Expecting motherfuckers to think like me and do like I do. They don't always do that. However, if you empathetic and you understand it and you paying attention to the people that you fucking with, you can tell if a person is doing right by you from where they come from their upbringing, because everybody upbringing and background and culture and shit is different.
Yeah.
So one person might think that bringing you a hot plate and your slippers and putting your robe on you and all that shit is good treatment. The other person might think just cooking the dinner, I cooked and I made this whole shit available for you. Go get your plate. It's the same goodness.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to pay attention to that. Go.
Do me a favor, put your drink down real quick. I wouldn't ask you to do that unless it was important.
I know.
Hoodie Jones has a football in Hoodie Jones' hand. Hoodie Jones is quarterback. Master Flourish is my wide receiver.
Okay.
Hoodie Jones was throwing the ball to Master Flourish. Master Flourish catches the ball. He's my
Touchdown.
#1 wide receiver.
Touchdown.
Right? My job as the quarterback is to get the ball to Hoodie Jones and to do so in an efficient manner and in a way and to give it to you somewhere where you can catch the rock. Right? That's me
sure.
being good to you, because your performance gets you paid. You can't stay on the team and make millions of dollars if you don't catch the rock.
Facts.
Right? But that means I got to get you the rock. I can't get paid unless I do good and get you the rock. My job, in order to reap the benefits of existence, is to do good. Your job to reap the benefits of anything that you're doing is to do good. Not be a good quarterback, be a good wide receiver. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's as simple as that. And when what you're doing, when you're doing good for you, after I've done good for you, is you're doing good now for the team.
Right.
Your intentions are not just individual. You scored this touchdown and now everybody wins. The point is to not only move with good intention, but making sure that your intentions are paying good forward for other people. And it's not fucking hard to do that, because 10 times out of 9, that's your fucking job anyway. It's as simple as
Talk
that.
about it.
Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to do nobody else's job. Don't try to compete with the person that's good for you. If I throw the football to you, don't go get it gold-plated and throw it back to me. That's not reciprocation.
Right.
That's you just tick for tack.
Yeah.
Right.
The only catch is
that
doing good for
motherfucker
yourself
and break
and
the
the
play.
people around you. If I give you good, go give good to everybody else and yourself as well.
Be genuine about it.
Be
too.
genuinely doing it. Be a fucking team player about that shit if you must. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't interact with fucking plants and animals, nigga. I do business with people. Like, nigga, my friends, my family are people. Nigga, I fuck women. I don't fuck cars. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm glad.
yeah, don't think I didn't think about it. But I made my choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, we interact. All we got is us. It's other human interaction. And so your human interaction needs to be, to some degree, an effort to perpetuate goodness.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You will move yourself closer to I don't deserve goodness if your actions and intentions are not only insincere, but they are not fueled with goodness. You choose not to do your job. You choose not to take accountability. You choose not to address your responsibilities. You choose not to be proactive about protecting your peace. You choose not to be reactive in a way that's good for protecting your peace. You are definitely on the other side of the spectrum. Nobody reaches the I don't deserve this. That's the whole point. You never actually hit the point of I don't deserve. You just go deeper into the fucking hole, and it's going to take you a little bit of more personal work to pull you to the other side of the fucking graph. You can get there, and you can put yourself in a position to begin to receive, and it doesn't take a lot of work. If you just start with catching the fucking rock, you know what I'm saying?
Start there.
Exactly. Don't hit the injured quarterback after he's ran up the sideline, and everything will be fine. That's ill intent. That's bullshit. You lose football games like that.
Yeah.
We saw that yesterday. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? So nonetheless, that's your job. Now look. He's about to throw the ball back to Hoodie Jones. Very good, and I caught it. Look at God. No glasses were broke. No dishes were fucked.
Right.
Because he did his job good, and I did my job good.
That's it.
Come on, man.
Let's get it.
You got something?
I always got something.
Okay.
Always got
We'll go,
something.
because I got something too. So you go.
You go. Go ahead.
No, I was just going
The floor is yours.
piggyback off of
Hoodie Jones.
off of Hoodie Jones and
That's his name.
That's his name. Okay.
and speak about because he was saying what your job is, and what your job is to be prepared to make that catch. Because Hoodie Jones is over here preparing to put the ball right where it need to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he gonna put it right where he know you need it to be. And the job is to be prepared to catch it, and that goes into personal accountability. And being in a mental space where you can receive something somebody do for you, because a lot of people don't receive good blessings and shit because their mind frame is off. And somebody will do something for you and they go into that, well, what you need now, what I gotta do now, you know, that type of shit. Instead of looking at it from the right perspective, if you look at everything everything has got all different ways you can look at it from. You know what I'm saying? You might look at like them sandwiches earlier. Them bitches was Cajun on one side, right?
Yeah.
You might look at the Cajun side and go, I'm smooth. But the other side was perfect. You look at it from the other side, it's a good sandwich. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And that's just really how you got to look at all things, because life will deal you some bullshit. But it might not even really be bullshit. It might just be some shit that you need to happen in order to get you to the shit that you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
As you would say, an argument can be made in either direction.
For real. An argument can be, and that's damn near with everything. You can make an argument in a lot of different directions with a lot of different shit, depending on where you at up here. And if you are conditioned to pick up the negativity, which a great deal of people are, anything that they see, they're gonna look at it from the negative side. But if you condition, like myself and my comrades, to look at things from the positive side, when some dumb shit happen, you thinking, oh, okay, like, and I was gonna talk about this too, because you alluded to this earlier, and I wanted to get in a little deeper on it. As you dealing with shit, when shit happen, how you react to shit, you're reactive in the way that you respond to shit. If some dumb shit happen and you immediately go into, shit, here we go again. Oh, you might as well just let go and go on and tumble down the hill. Catch them lumps. But when you understand that, like when you get in traffic, okay, I'm in traffic, this is slowing me down, I'm finna miss something I don't need to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? You ever lost your keys? Nigga, you ever reached in the pocket where they at? Like, fuck, where my keys at? And then you look for them bitches for 20 minutes, and then you reach back in that pocket and they be in there, you like, son of a bitch. And then you leave and you on your way where you going, and you see them niggas piled up on the side of the freeway.
Yeah.
That would have been you had you took your keys and dipped when you went to go dip.
Yeah.
But you gotta see it that way instead of, fuck. And that's what a lot of people get caught up in, is when some shit happen, just like when we was in San Diego and the bullshit happened with the car. Nigga could have got mad. Nigga ain't get mad.
Boy.
You're like, okay. We went and grabbed some donuts. You know what I'm talking about?
Facts.
Did we went and grabbed some donuts?
We get some donuts, bro, and just figured it out.
And we figured it out, and we was on the way. It was a little hiccup, but we was on the way. It was no problems. And I would argue that it was something along the way that we wasn't supposed to run across on that trip. If we had left when we were supposed to leave, or when we planned, we left when we were supposed to leave. If we had left when we tried to leave, I can argue that we probably would have ran into some shit we didn't want to run into.
That's the thing. It's the mindset behind it, because like it's this one quote that says, "I'm glad things didn't work out the way that I once wanted them to."
See,
and like I can think of hundreds of times in my life when I'm like, damn, I'm glad that didn't go.
That's a whole goddamn show.
I'm glad that didn't go.
Oh, God.
But at the time, you really that's like your deepest desire. Like he was like, no, I really want this.
Oh,
but now you're like, oh, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's all about mindset. That shit's crazy.
All about mindset.
Protect your peace.
Yes.
Your peace is a long-winded goal. Protecting that shit is not something that you can sacrifice today, and you can't be inconsistent with it. You can't sacrifice what you want for what you want today. So I want to protect my peace. I'm gonna make this real easy because y'all, but Hoodie Jones used to fuck with a bitch that used to fuck his piece up, right? And
I think
Hoodie
we
Jones,
all have.
Hoodie Jones was all like, I need to stop rocking with this bitch. But Hoodie Jones wouldn't stop rocking with that bitch because Hoodie Jones was thinking with his dick, right? And I love how y'all.
That's not hard to do. That's not hard to do. That's not hard. I've been there before.
Hoodie Jones was thinking with his dick, and he was not protecting his peace. After further examination, Hoodie Jones realized that he is his own downfall by way of his own decisions, and he made adjustments, and he had to isolate himself from the shit that was fucking up his peace. My peace was fucked up every single day that I chose not to stop fucking with that bitch. As soon as I let it go, a sigh of relief, a weight off of my shoulders. My frontal lobe probably got smarter. Nigga, my third eye opened up more. Like, I probably grew an inch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that, ladies and gentlemen, is improvement by accountability.
Exactly.
When you hold yourself accountable and be true to yourself, read the 4 Agreements. Don Miguel Ruiz, shout out to him and that book. Read the fucking 4 Agreements.
Cut the check, Don.
Cut the check. Send me a t-shirt. I don't know. Shout me out on something. I don't give a fuck. But it's a great fucking book. Like, it's really a good book because the 4 Agreements is very simple. I'm not going to say them because I'm going to challenge you motherfuckers to go read it. I'm not going to tell you. I know it. He know. And he know. Mm-hmm. But that book, if you can cook those 4 things into your life, it covers pretty much everything. It covers pretty much everything. And that's the shit that gets you all of the great shit, because then you're not worried about the bullshit. It gets you out of that this too good to be true mindset, and you don't deserve this, and all of that shit. It eliminates that, and it'll make you feel good about you because you following these 4 base laws. Really, they call them agreements, but they really should be laws, because if you follow those and implement them in your everyday life, you can't really go wrong. You won't feel bad about shit. Nothing, like, it's a good deal. 4 Agreements. Check that shit out.
For sure. And going along with the accountability, like, a part of that is not settling for things in your life. Like, people will say, oh yeah, I got a good job, that you're settling. Like, if you have to convince yourself that your job is good, you're settling. If you have to convince other people, like, oh no, I'm doing all right, like, I promise, I'm good, like, you're settling.
Shit. If you feel like you could be doing something other than what you're doing and being happier or more productive or living better or whatever, and you not doing it, then you settling. For sure. And everybody like comes up with these excuses for themselves because they're valid excuses to other people. So like they'll accept that excuse for themselves, and they'll be like, oh yeah, no, I can't do this because like this happened or whatever. People don't like change
because I'm a Capricorn.
Right.
People will put any label on not changing.
Yeah.
People will put any excuse or any type of anything on staying how shit is. Let's keep it just like this. I don't want to change, so I'm gonna make every excuse I can to keep this shit how it is. But change is inevitable. Nothing fucking stays the same.
Facts. And it's better, like, you're going to change either way. But it's better if you consciously
If you
change.
embrace the change, embrace the
Like,
change.
that would be great.
Another book. I'm gonna give y'all 2 in one episode. I won't ever do this shit again. I'm only going from now on. I'm only giving 1 book suggestion per episode, but I'm gonna give you 2 this episode. Who Moved My Cheese? If you going through some change in your life, listen. I done made my mama read that book, my kids, my exes, my dogs, everybody. Read this motherfucking book. Who Moved My Cheese? It'll get you in the right mindset to accept the change that's inevitable that comes with your life experience, because nothing is going to... If you lucky, and I don't even know how lucky I can say you are. If don't nothing change, you lucky? Maybe
Right,
not. Maybe not. But shit changes. And you got to be able to embrace that change. You got to be able to flow with it. Because once you get into resisting, then you get into all of the bullshit that Hoodie was just talking about.
Right. You gotta step into your purpose. Like, that's why my brand is called Flourish. Like, it's literally the abundance. Thank you. It's literally the abundance brand. Like, it's all about self-actualization. The quote, "What a man can be, he must be." Like, stepping into your purpose, realizing that you are here for more than just slaving 9 to 5 or whatever. Now, granted, as an entrepreneur or a business owner or an independent contractor, whatever you want to call it, you probably work more than a 9 to 5. But at least it's for you. At least it's for you and not for somebody else.
Yeah, for sure.
Back to that magic word we used at the beginning, desire.
Yes.
Fucking desire. And if you are maintaining a desire, then that means you're doing something that you want to do on a constant basis, despite whatever emotional or mental state that you're in. Like, people that enjoy going to the gym, no matter how happy or sad that they are, they have a desire to go and experience the gym. So they go, and that's why they can go when they don't want to go. They can do things that they don't want to do.
That's their shit.
Which is every lifters. If you don't make any excuses, it's not that anybody's making excuses. You have developed a desire
For sure.
in order to do the shit that you enjoy, and you understand that there's a benefit to it. Right?
Big fact.
They're doing a thing that they have a desire to do. If you are finding yourself in any position in life where you are doing something that does not produce desire, because you could want to do it, but it doesn't produce a desire in your life, it fizzles out, you lose your motivation, then that means one of 2 things. You either need to adjust the system that you're utilizing, like, going to the gym. You don't desire going to the gym, you don't enjoy it. You enjoyed it for a couple days and then you stop. Well, okay, something's going wrong. You're not making it fun for yourself. You're not learning, you're not losing weight. What is it that can be adjusted in your system that will produce an outcome that makes you happy every time you fucking do it, so that you can maintain desire? Right. Everybody has to make money. Everybody has to do something to contribute to society so they can survive in our capitalistic economy. You don't have to just flip burgers. You could work the fries. I like the way French fries smell.
French fries.
I don't like the way burgers and cooking meat smells. I gotta make money. I'm dedicated to getting up and going to work, but I hate my fucking burger flipping ass job. I'm gonna be like, yo, manager, slide me to the fries because I have a desire to be around French fries. Your life will escalate 1,000 fucking times because you have put yourself in a position to access your fucking desire, bro.
Ding!
That's real
talk,
bro. Desire is big, and desire, a lot of people don't understand desire. Like you mentioned going to the gym, like it's a desire, or it's a want, and then you got needs, and then you got desire. Like with me, I got all out of shape and all of that shit, right? And I wanted to look good in the mirror. I want to look good in clothes that fit right and all of that shit, right? Mm-hmm. But I ain't have enough desire to make me stop eating all the shit that I want to eat and chilling. And, we live kind of chill lifestyles with the work that we do. But when my motherfucking back started hurting, that's a different type of thing. So I had the desire to get my body in a state where I don't have to feel that bullshit.
Yeah.
Which brings you immediate enjoyment.
And that desire is what, when you go in the gym, when you don't feel like it and when you fucked up and some shit wrong and you ain't feeling good, you don't want to get up and do it. But it's like, I don't want my motherfucking back hurting. I desire to feel like I feel when I go to the gym.
Facts.
So I'm gonna get my ass up and go to the fucking gym. So it's a different thing between wanting something and really having a desire for it. Like some people just want shit and they want it. If I want it, if a motherfucker gonna drop it off at the door.
Right.
If I gotta go get it, I'm smooth. But how many times have a nigga wanted a college boy cheesesteak and said, shout out to college
Shout
boy.
out to Lemire.
Jesus H Christ. Shout out
And
to
you
you
go,
lovely people.
fuck that, bro. We finna go grab one. We finna jump in the whip and ride way back where we just came from and go get one because we really want that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But if it had been, I don't know, a fucking McDonald's cheeseburger, I ain't going to fucking McDonald's. Now, if they bring that bitch to the door, I'ma eat the motherfucker for sure and the fries. But I ain't finna go get it. That's wanting and desiring.
The desire produces, like you maintain desire, you have to have an immediate positive outcome. And what I mean by positive outcome is a happy outcome. You gotta
Message.
It's like sugar addiction. Like I eat a candy bar, I like eating candy bars, it tastes good. Your brain,
Right there.
the psychology,
Dopamine, is that the shit?
The dopamine, you know what I'm saying? Like and addiction, you know what I'm saying? But it's essentially like what happens in your brain is I did a thing, it produced this awesome outcome. Your brain always wants to do the most comfortable, most fulfilling things, right?
Yes.
Right.
That's
why,
you looking out for you.
Exactly.
Yes.
Which is why procreation is as enjoyable as it is.
So it is.
Right?
It is.
So exactly. Nigga, there's a desire to fuck as often as possible so long as my dick is working. You know what I'm saying? So because it produces a happy outcome, an immediate happy outcome. If you are your system for the thing that you want or need to do does not immediately produce not only a happy outcome but drive you towards your goal, you can't maintain desire. You got it. It's gotta feel good. It's gotta feel good every fucking time.
Very
We
true.
we mentally fortify ourselves to protect our peace because there's a desire to be happy
Yep.
at all times. Like I want to be cool as fuck all the fucking time, bro. You can't do that not being cool as fuck.
Yeah.
So I have to tell me, don't fly off the hinges. Meditate, smoke some bud before you get off in traffic because you know that traffic gonna piss you off. Eat something so you don't get hangry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To eat something good and fulfilling that nourishes me, doesn't hurt my body, and I can enjoy it. I can eat it several times over. You know what I'm saying? I'm creating a system that immediately produces desire.
Yep.
So that I can maintain my day-to-day goal
For sure.
of protecting my peace.
For sure.
Facts.
Can I chime in?
You better.
Absolutely.
That right there is the fucking formula. And it goes back to the reason why you able to do that like that, and the reason why you able to do that like that, and the reason why I can do that like that is because we understand how important it is how you feel. Most motherfuckers don't understand that how you feel is way up above all of that other shit. All of that other shit. Nothing, no, how you feel, and I don't mean how you feel like your knees hurt or your back hurt or you got a headache. That ain't the feel I'm talking about. I'm talking about the feel in here. How you feel, the shit that he talking about, eating and doing the shit that make you happy and not indulging in the shit that frustrates you, all of that, that's the feeling good that matters. Because when you feeling good, nothing goes wrong. Everything goes right. Some shit might happen that the average motherfucker will think is, oh my God, it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
But when you in a good space, you understand and you can decipher that shit that's happening right now is making room for the other shit. You can't get the new car until you get rid of the beater in the driveway.
And
You know what I'm talking about?
And that makes it so much easier to solve the fucking problem.
For sure. It's easy to us because we know. And that's how we live and we train in that. But the average, well, I ain't gonna say the average motherfucker, but a lot of people don't
The non-hoodie
get it.
Jonesers.
The non-hoodie Jonesers, right. They don't understand that your feeling and how you perceive things and how you look at things and the mental images you form around things is really what play a part in the way that your life go. Like, it's motherfuckers that's living in third world countries that's happy as fuck. Because they good to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then there's motherfuckers who is rich, living in mansions and shit, about to jump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So, it's all up here. It's all up here. It's what you
That's
make
facts. And it's listening to those feelings as opposed to reacting to those feelings.
it. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's listening, evaluating, and then executing from there, as opposed to just, oh, I feel bad. Let me just react to this shit. Let me be mad at everybody now. Let me have an attitude.
Cut all the lights off and eat a tub of ice cream.
Well, I mean,
Right.
managing feelings though that's the shit I was talking about in the last episode. Managing feelings is a constant thing. It's like cooking on a electric stove. You know what I'm talking about? You cook on a gas stove, you put the fire right where you know it's supposed to be, and you can get it in.
Yeah.
That electric stove, you gotta fuck with it. It might be a little too high, you gotta turn it down something. It might go a little too low, so you gotta turn it back up. So you gotta fuck with that electric stove and keep it at the so you gotta constantly be fucking with it. And that's how you gotta do with the way that you deal with the world. You gotta constantly adjust. I just told my mother this shit the other day. She called me, she was fussing about a whole bunch of bullshit. And I let her fuss. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of that shit people be wanting to vent, get the shit off their chest. So I just let her fuss for a minute. And then I just went down her list and told her why you shouldn't even be thinking about this shit. That's some bullshit. Tuck that away. Forget about that. Leave this shit alone. Why is you even thinking about that like that? Because it ain't about that. Broke her shit all the way down. And then we got shit. And then after I said that, she like, oh yeah, and I found my earring. Yeah, I couldn't find it before, and I found it. It was on my table, and then she was straight off into the world. Go.
Right, and it goes back to it's like what I tell people all the time. Like when people come to me with a problem, I tell them, yes, okay, we can talk about your problem. This conversation can be about your problem, but the very next conversation has to be about solutions.
For sure.
Like I can't, I'm not about to talk about the same problem over and over again.
Sure.
Like let's come up with a plan to solve this problem that you have, because everybody gonna have problems.
All the time.
But let's solve it. Let's have the desire and
Challenges.
the want.
I don't like to call
solve
them
it.
problems. I like to call them challenges.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a sidebar in.
I like it.
And I'm gonna do this for the fucking comments section because I always think about you hoe ass niggas.
Cheers to the comment section.
Cheers to the comment section, nigga.
If you notice in our conversation about helping people address their problems, we are referencing our interactions with women in our lives. And somebody's going to come along, say that we're misogynist and you know that mansplain, whatever the fuck you want to slap on it. First and foremost, sit and spin. Second of all, as far as the men that we interact with, like I can say this from a very confident place, we have cultivated ourselves to be sufficient leaders, and we surround ourselves with men that are at or above the standard that we have set for ourselves. I don't interact with hoe ass niggas that need to hear this shit. Or I don't interact with the ignorant man that just hasn't heard this information yet, that's seeking to get to this level. I don't, because of the company that I keep intentionally, right? I don't hang out with a bunch of bitches because I got a girl, and that's an obvious wrong fucking answer. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't attract that type of attention from those type of people that need help from me. The people that depend on me and lean on me are the people that accept me as a leader in their life, which just so happens to be the women in my life that I care about. So when you hear us talking about the women that we have cared about or do care about, don't give me that motherfucking goddamn sexist bullshit. We are addressing the needs of our loved ones, and we are pulling back on our own personal experiences. Somebody else could talk about how they interacted with other men in other scenarios, or other strangers, or whatever they fucking cats and dogs that they goddamn call they goddamn children. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. This is coming from us. So thank you, comment section. Fuck off.
On that note, this
Hoodie
has
don't
been
play
brought
that
to you
shit.
by our sponsors again.
That's right. Family first.
Family
the
first.
Ambassador brand.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Flourish the Abundance brand. You got Gallery de la Guru.
Yes, indeed.
The Tattoo Guru on IG.
one and
At
only.
The Tattoo Guru. At the Last Ambassador.
Cha-ching.
At Keon_CEO. And y'all niggas gonna get this wrong again. So KIJAN _CEO. It's Keon, not Kejon, not Kaijan, not Kijin.
Kijin.
It's none of those. It's Keon.
That's my favorite
Forgot
one.
about kitchen.
That's my favorite one.
Oh, I forgot about kitchen.
That's what it is, okay? So y'all hit us up on IG, hit us up on YouTube. Watch the last episode if you missed it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that follow button, and tap in for the next episode.
Bada boom, bada bing.
We out.
I've been trying to figure it all out, make moves. This is not checkers, this chess. Make the right reads, can't make the wrong bet. Cause life a little complex. Every problem and every issue, lose it, make a boss move. Yeah, life's a little complex. Yeah, yeah.